Hello, you YouTubers. JBuzzSaw79 here with a deck profile for you. And this is going to be my agent's deck profile. I had these taken apart at one time for a while, and then recently we found I still had all the cards for it, and really enjoyed the deck. Especially now that the Uranus has come out. And so yeah, I really wanted to get the profile for you guys and talk about it for a bit. So we're going to start out by doing actually we'll wait on that one. We'll do this one first. The three three agents of Earth. So yeah, she is the big one for the deck, really. Level 2 tuner. When she's normal summon, you can add an agent card from your deck to your hand, except for herself. While Ancient Sanctuary is on the field, you can actually add Master Hyperion from the deck to the hand instead. And I do run Sanctuary here because, gosh, why would you not run it in this deck? It's too good. So then I am currently, and I changed this from my original head of deck together. I'm only running 2 Venus in here. Venus is the one you pay 500 life, and you can special summon a Shine Ball from your deck to the field for each 500 you pay. So yeah, I don't know. As the moment they're in here, perhaps I'll remove them at some point. I don't know as of right now. We'll have to play the wait and see game at this point. But yeah, then I am obviously running the 3 Mystic Shine Balls just to, you can do anything with them. You can pitch them for another effect. You can go ahead and use them as fodder. You can overlay. Excuse me. You can overlay the Gotcha with them. Gosh, it is currently 10 minutes to 6 in the morning. I've been up since 3:30. So it's an early day for me. I just couldn't sleep, so some profiles it is. One I do like to pitch them for is the Herald of Orange Light here. You can send another fairy to the grave. With this card here, the activation of effect monster or an effect your opponent controls, destroy it. So again, send this with Shine Ball because, you know, why not? But that's only if Shine Ball's in your hand. So it's not really dead if you draw it. Some people are like, oh, I don't run 3 because it's not. I can't get it with Venus. Yeah, you can freaking draw and pitch it for this. I mean, there's other cards you can use for that kind of same thing too. The only thing I would think about is perhaps removing the Shine Balls and Venus for more agents, other agents even. So, you know, or perhaps even running like a TG build. So that would be my other thought with this deck, and make more of a chaos feel for it. But right now it's just pure fairy. So 2 Jupiters. Once per turn, you can remove an agent in your graveyard. Select the fairy you control. Gains 800 to end phase. If Sanctuary Skies in play, once per turn, you can also discard a fairy and select one of your removal fairies and special summon it. So again, if you wanted, you drew Shine Ball or something that's worthless to you at the time, you could, in fact, use his effect, target, and discard, not discard, remove, I don't know, Earth would say, to get the attack increase, and then you can go ahead and discard Shine Ball, for example, and then, you know, special summon Earth back, and then, you know, sync Alphabet, you know, for example. So yeah, that's alright. Next up, here's a new big guy, Agent Uranus. Agent Uranus is just really good in this deck. I didn't realize it at the time, but he is just so good. Sanctuary Sky is out. You can special summon him. Once per turn, you can send an agent for a deck to the grave, and if you do discard, the level becomes how much level at the end of the turn. Which is nice because basically, a couple things here. I mean, just first he's dark. You run like TG, you get just so much. I think chaos stuff going with him. It's just really good. The main thing I realized, and this is something I realized when I play tested it this last week, is I was playing somebody, and we were talking, playing, and I hadn't realized at the time. And usually when I play, as long as it's not a tournament, just playing around, I kind of just keep all my extra deck cards in one spot. It's just easier. And the point is, I was sitting there, and I'm like, gosh, I really want to do something. I'm using tuner. I special summon them out. I'm like, God, I don't know what the hell to do. And it struck me as I was sitting there, I'm like, wait a minute. You can summon Diabolic Dragon with Uranus. You can send Jupiter to the grave. For example, make him a 4. And, you can put a Diabolic Dragon out in a fairy deck, which is just crazy. It's a 3,000, not destroyed by combat, or card effects, or whatever the hell he said. I can't remember exactly. But, I mean, freaking Diabolic Dragon, which is just crazy. Not to mention, you can still put Chaos Sorcerer in here and Luster Soldier. I mean, just so good, and changes the deck in such a way that it just gives it a wham, and still keeps it into the fairy base. If you didn't want to run that, just run this as a, run 3 of these even. Might even be a possibility I'm going to do as well even. I mean, just so good. I can't explain how good it is. Moving on, though, I'm running 2 Zardanius, whatever, here, on the Herald of Heaven. He's just there to pitch to get the Sanctuary in your hand. One honest, because honestly, it's honest. And then I'm running the Master Hyperion. You can special summon him from your hand by removing an agent on the field or in the grave. And once per turn, you can remove a light fairy. Select 1 card on the field, destroy it. If you have Sanctuary, you can use this effect twice. So he is a boss monster that can fire multiple times, and it'll destroy. It's not good, but again, if you get him out and you're shooting twice, that is actually really good. And then the last one I'm running right now, 2 copies of Archlord Christia. The nice thing with Archlord Christia, which is this is even more interesting, she's an 8, and that's really cool because of the fact that if you have 4 fairies in the graveyard, you can special summon her from your hand. If you do target a fairy and add it to your hand, you need to play a special summon. Why is that really good? Because of the fact that, again, depending on what you got going on, you could go special summon Uranus. Uranus is out, effect, pitch something to the grave. Okay, now he's that level. For example, you could send Venus. Now he's a 3. Just saying. So he's a 3. He's out. Okay. Then you can, special summon Christia. And now that Christia is out, you can add to the hand, or you can do Earth. Again, just pitch him. He comes to summon Christia, add Earth back to the hand, and then sync with him. I mean, just so many plays available now to this deck that I'm just amazed by. It's so good now. I mean, compared to, it was good before, but so good now. So I'll move on to the deck quickly here because I'm already at almost 10 minutes already. So 3 Ancient Sanctuary, for those of you that don't know what that does, battle damage to the controller involving a fairy monster is 0. So like, if you get something out like Earth or something, have that out with Earth, they can slam into you and you don't take any battle damage, which is really good. Gold Surf is in here right now just because Gold Surf is awesome. I think it's not played enough. Gold Surf allows you basically to set up for in 2 turns the card you want. So if you basically say, okay, if 2 turns I will have game. Let's finish setting it up. Book of the Moon, Dark Hole, only because I do not have extra Regekis. So we're just gonna play the Dark Hole because it's still good. Burial from Different Dimension. Because that's still a good card in my opinion. To return your fairies to back to the grave, so you can remove them again, which is good. Dimensional Reincarnation. I added this to 2 because of the fact of the amount of stuff that's getting removed from your grave. Excuse me. Through like Hyperion's effect or through Jupiter's effect, you're removing a lot of cards. It's nice to be able to drop this. Excuse me, pitch something and special summon it back. More of a push for the game kind of idea, I think, behind it, more than anything else. Double Night Beam, because I don't have MSTs, and basically Night Beam, you target something, your opponent cannot respond to it, and then it's blown up. So, I suppose depending on what you hit, for example, I guess if you have that Mirror Force down, you target Mirror Force, and they rather activate, I don't know, Bribe. You get to draw, I guess, and you kind of get the indication at that point, I suppose, that must be one hell of a card face down. So the last one I'm running is Galaxy Queen's Light, because again, with Hyperion and the constant field presence you can push out with this deck, you can really just go crazy and get some really good exes. At one point when I was playing, I put out the heck's it called, sorry, brain freeze, the Venus, paid some of the balls plus her, so I have those 4 out, and then I removed to summon Hyperion, Galaxy Light on Hyperion, so they're all 8s, and then went from there at that point, and just pushed out extra cards, just because I could at that point. So, and people are like, "What?" I'm like, yeah. So, on the traps to finish up here. The one Mirror Force, because it's freaking Mirror Force. And I just have space for 2. Double Fiendish Chain, I would run possibly 3, but did not again have space for it at this point in the deck. And last of all is none other than 3 of the Horsemen, I guess I call them at this point. Torrential Tribute, Bottomless, and Compulse rounded out. So there is the deck. So yeah, and really good deck so far. Again, Uranus has really added something special to this deck. I really promote trying it out. If you can find the original starter structure deck with the Hyperion, by God, get it. If you can find 3 of it, hold on and buy them immediately, because with the Uranus, I actually think that this deck not only has come back, but it is super strong, super good, compared to what people think it is, and I'd love to see it come back into its own. I'm going to keep it around, work with it a bit, probably have another deck profile later on after I tweak it out some more, and again probably add in a 3rd Uranus even, and at that point I will have to determine if it'll become a TC build, or TG build rather, or not. It'll just kind of depend. Only because, again, well, it's nice, but you still need to have more stuff with it than just that. So yeah, that is the deck profile. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs up or thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you wish, that is fine. But as always, please go ahead and share this with people. I think that is more important for me to see that it's getting out there and such. Get some more stuff coming, and was going to be toying with the idea of doing some duels with me and some other people, and I'm slapping them up there just to kind of see my deck's going at it with some of the people I know. So yeah, this is the deck profile. I'm JBuzzsaw79, and thanks for watching. I will be signing off then.